Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a figure review video. The new wave of Walking Dead has made its way to Canada finally of figures. This one is for Series 9 television series, and this one will be for Emily Kinney's Beth. So the packaging for this one, much to what we're used to, and I think this might be one of the last waves of the Walking Dead sort of 5-inch figures. It seems like they might be switching to a 7-inch scale, which I'm actually down with, except for the fact that it's so late in the releases for them to switch now. It's kind of frustrating because if you look at my backdrop here, from here all the way, I have, so many of the characters already in this size. To switch it's like, we might have to buy a good portion of them again. I don't have a problem buying a Rick in 7-inch or maybe some of the main characters, Daryl, Shane maybe, Morgan, this kind of deal. But to get like a Dale in that size, for example, he's right there. And some of the others, Glenn, fine, but there's just so many characters throughout the series that have gone through, and zombies and that. It's kind of frustrating now that they're actually switching. That said, whatever. I mean, I wish they would have switched earlier if they were going to do 7-inch all the way through and done them all the way through. That said, the rest of the figures in this wave, we've got a T-Dog who's pretty cool. He's right there. We've got a Walker. That's the one that got Bob. And then we've got a Dale and his kind of zombified, or not zombified, but after the zombie rips his guts out, pretty brutal. We've got a Gravedigger Daryl, which we actually saw recently in the TV series again, too, because Daryl just seems to be continuously digging some graves. And then we've got a Michonne in her Season 5 second half Alexandria gear. So I don't know if I'm going to be picking up any of the others. The T-Dog would be next for me if I'm going to pick it up. But definitely I wanted to get the Beth and definitely wanted to do a review of it for you guys. Plus I got this shirt. Check out this shirt. It's pretty cool. It's from a discount store. But it's Daryl, I ain't nobody's bitch. And then on the back it's got the wings. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was like $10 or something. It's official AMC, but it's kind of from a discount store, that kind of thing. So I'll open Beth up and we'll take a look, and I'll let you know what my thoughts are on the figure. And here we have the Beth out of packaging. So I do like the design of the figure for the most part. She does come with 3 accessories. She's got the knife, which I have in her hand right there, her left hand. It's facing that way. And then she does come with an assault rifle, which it's like bigger than her. It just doesn't make any sense that she would use that. And then she also comes with, as usual, like a normal sidearm, which I think for Beth, the sidearm and the knife make the most sense. I really can't see. I think Emily Kinney did maybe in Too Far Gone try to use something like that, but it just looks like a full-on assault rifle. It just doesn't look right to me. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. So I won't be posing the figure with that on the shelf or anything. In terms of her holding her accessories, she has these pegs on the inside of her hands, which allows them to kind of sit in there because she's got these sleeves and stuff. You can see the peg there, right here on the inside. And the sleeves really do get in the way, so you have to kind of like put into the peg the weapon, if it's a sidearm or the assault rifle or whatever, and kind of stick it in there, because otherwise it doesn't really hold. Her hand can't really hold it because she's got the sleeve thing coming down, which is fine. I mean, I guess it's kind of necessary based on the clothes and the attire that she's wearing. I do like the clothes. I think the detailing on the sweater especially is really nice. You've got kind of the wrinkles there and everything. It looks good. It's sculpted in, so on the sleeves and that, it's not just painted. It is actually sculpted. And I like the detailing on the shirt. You've got kind of the dirt stains, of course, from being in a zombie apocalypse, surviving and everything, kind of ripped up. The pants are pretty cool too, also ripped, that kind of thing. And then the boots that she was wearing in Still in that with Daryl. It works out good. Also, this is a completely new sculpt so far as I can tell, because there's no other characters from The Walking Dead that would really fit in this size with her. Here's her next to Daryl, which is kind of why I wanted to get the figure, to have her, because she's important for the story, especially for season 5, and it's one of my favorite seasons. Still is obviously one of the worst parts of The Walking Dead, but it's kind of cool to have, to have her to go along with Daryl, and she fits in scale really well with him, which is cool. So aside from that, the head sculpt I think is pretty good. I like the color of the hair. I think it works really well. It's like a really light yellow to fit, like blonde type deal. The one thing that's weird, if you see her cheek, her hair is sculpted to the side of her cheek. And that kind of bothers me, like it's sculpted right next to her mouth. And you can't take it off. It's kind of stuck there. And I wish it came down straight instead of like attached to her face. That is the one thing that I don't like about the figure, I would say. Because even though, I guess it makes sense from posing, but it just, I don't know, it looks kind of weird. I wish it would come down straight instead of being sculpted so far down to actually her, to where her cheekbone meets at the end right here, and then just kind of goes out like that. But aside from that, the articulation of the figure is really good. We've got all the kind of standard articulation. She does have kind of a swivel at the wrist, which is cool, and then also the ball hinge as well. So she can swivel and turn. So the sweater and everything doesn't hinder articulation at all. Single jointed at the elbows and that, as we're used to, but it's pretty good for most range of motion. And she can actually turn her waist, which is sometimes doable, sometimes not. But the clothing does get in the way a little bit there. But at least she can. And the legs are, as you can see, are pretty good in terms of articulation. Same with the knees and everything. The boots, nothing really on the boots, because it's all one kind of piece there, so nothing there. So in terms of the figure, I am happy with the release of the figure. I think it turned out really good. I do think it is a good character to have for your Walking Dead collection. Right up there with T-Dog. I think T-Dog is also a really good release. But I wanted to get this one first over the T-Dog because, Beth later on in the series does become kind of a more central core character, than T-Dog ever really was. Always kind of a background type character. So she goes good with the Daryl. I really like it for that. And in terms of score, I'm going to give the Beth, I think I'm going to give about an 8.5 out of 10. I give it a higher score, but due to the face thing with the hair, it does kind of bother me. But that said, it's still going to be pretty cool and look good, kind of with your Daryl if you do have a Daryl. So that's going to be it for this quick review for this figure, guys. Let me know if you like it. You can thumb it up below as usual. You can share, you can favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe and see more, reviews from me, go ahead and subscribe at the bottom left. I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying too many more of these. Maybe just the T-Dog, and then I'll be finished at that. But it's cool for the backdrop and stuff anyway. So let me just adjust the focus. So that's it for this one today, guys. See you again real soon. I'll have a Q&A posted probably, unless I already released one today, another one probably tomorrow. So continue to send me your questions leading up to the finale for Season 6. That's it for this one. See you guys again real soon. As always, it's Trev, saying peace. See you guys.